my password in. When I have Touch ID. The whole reason I have Touch ID is that so that I don't have to do that. You don't even give me the option to try. Anyway, let me go to my thingy. I feel kinda bleh right now. Shh, me. But, I mean, that's okay. I don't even know if anyone's gonna be joining, but that's okay too. I don't know how many people watch lives back after they're finished. I personally don't, but if you do, that's cool. You don't have to, but I'd enjoy it if you let me know in the comments after this live is done if any of you watched after I had ended it. Because if you do, then I'll talk to the camera when I'm alone. When nobody's here. I'll do it for you. I don't want to be boring. Though at the same time I understand that a lot of people might just stay just for the purpose of watching the color laid down. But to each their own. I still want to know regardless, if that's okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting over getting sick, and I genuinely didn't think I was going to be able to do a live this weekend because I ended up getting so sick and so dehydrated that I had to go to the hospital on Tuesday, and that wasn't very fun. My dominant arm, my right arm that I'm using right now, is still sore from the IV. And it kind of hurt. But it's okay. Because I've recovered enough for it to not feel terrible when I'm drawing. Anyway, for the people who may be listening after this is done, this is Osith. She's one of my newer OCs. I guess I could say original character, and that would sound less strange. But, oh well. I plan to slowly build on her world and the other characters in it. For instance, in her world, there is Odessa. So, she's in there. Can we, thank you? And Pella. I'm gonna change her design because it doesn't really fit. But there's a couple others, too. But I haven't gotten to them yet. This was originally gonna be Noctis, but I changed my mind because it fit Osith better. But anyway, my plan is to slowly build on her world by means of animatics. I've never finished an animatic before because motivation dwindled as time went on for each one. But I'm open for going slower and trying. It might take me longer than a lot of other art content creators. Sorry, I'm a little congested right now, so talking gets hard sometimes right now. But it's a possibility, and it's the current plan. I'm still indecisive about which song I want to use for Osith, because I haven't really found a perfect match yet. But when I do, it will begin. A little bit about her is she possesses the ability of bone manipulation. She doesn't really do it to herself, but she does it to her opponents, and she's kind of used by the villain. She's a human weapon for the villain Morana. And she was raised by her since she was really little. I'm still piecing together her story, so bear with me. But that's what I have in the cement right now. You know what, let me... There we go. Put you in the corner. There. I don't know if her design is going to change at all as time goes on, but knowing the nature of original characters, it might. There's a big possibility that it will. But this is her right now. This is all... I'm really into Arcane. I have been since I watched season 1 sometime, I think either last year or the year before, with my friend. And then season 2 came out and we both were on it like wild animals. So I kind of took inspiration from Jinx and Body Paint. I just thought it gave her an interesting element and, well, a sense of self. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but think of it as her war paint. I don't know. It's like her outside identity, what she's supposed to be, but what internally she doesn't really feel like. She feels kind of trapped by her outward appearance, which was forced on her by Morana, but she doesn't really realize that that's the feeling she's feeling, because she's been raised to believe that what she's doing is normal and that it's what she's supposed to be doing. I'm not gonna play much music because last time I got copyright struck. Even when music wasn't copyright. It was copyright free. What are we doing? Even though I'm kind of uncomfortable without it, but that's okay. We can get used to new things. I have to clean up the edges. I know I could probably use another brush for this, like a more opaque one, but I love this brush. I'm not putting it down. I just started using it throughout all my pieces as of late. So, oh well. If it takes more time, it takes more time. I love Arcane so much. was a bit random, but that's okay. I say that's okay a lot, don't I? Oh well. It's like a filler word at this point. Filler phrase. My arm really hurts. Not stopping though. Not only is this for my pleasure, but it's also gonna just end up being an art project for my school. So I had to take a few prompts, smash them together. And I'm just gonna turn this in, honestly, because it happens to fit a couple of the prompts. Work smarter, not harder. I still made the drawing. I don't usually give my characters like what's it called? Natural hair colors. But for this universe, I kind of felt like it fit. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things to talk about. Can Discord be quiet for like 2 seconds? I feel kind of lonely, I'm not gonna lie. It's so quiet. What's going on here? I think if you have a problem with me chicken scratching with my colors, shut up. Just shut up. I don't even know if it counts. Shut up. My elementary school teacher hated it. And then she hated my art when I didn't do it with regular pencil. I was like, woman, can we be consistent? You want me to do it? Or you not want me to do it? Also, about art teachers. I don't get the art teachers who can flat out look at you and be like, your art is ugly. Like, what? That's a little harsh, don't you think? It doesn't matter the level. That's still kind of not professional? Like, what do you mean you're saying that to elementary kids? Ma'am, or sir, you have an ugly soul. How about that? Oh, question is, did I? Yes, I did. I did it in inches. I'm amazing. I remembered. Made my canvas in inches rather than pixels. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that's okay because I can. Also, a lot of people have different stands on Procreate as a drawing app. I want to know your honest stand on it. Because personally, I love it. I like it more than... Is it called... What is it called? I still can't remember. Clip something? It's like a subscription. I feel like Procreate is just an easier layout. And I'm not saying that certain opinions are stupid or not welcome. I genuinely don't care. I'm just kind of curious. But personally, a lot of the hate I've seen against Procreate, to me, from the videos I've seen, kind of sound pretty forced. Like, there's simple problems that could be either avoided or fixed very easily. And then a lot of the other things I see are people complaining about how complex the layout is. And I'm maybe I just understand it more. Maybe I find it easier to use because something in us is different, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, if that's the right word. But I'm just sitting here going, are we talking about the same app? And then some people are like, oh, I can't believe I paid $10 for this. At least it's not a subscription. Like Clip Studio Paint. Not to throw shade on anybody who uses that. It's just not for me. And I'm kind of confused over the people complaining about it being a one-time payment of $10. That's just my opinion. I don't know how we got onto this subject, but oh well. It was just something on my mind and I was curious, so I voiced it. Might regret it later. Who knows? I might sit up at 2 a.m. on my bed thinking about it and regretting it for no real reason at all. Because that's just what I do. Maybe we should go for the bigger sections first before I torture myself and have to do them later. And this is my least favorite part about the whole art process, the base color of any section. Any big section. Like the tiny details, like the bones, the colors, the skin texture without it on. Like that is fun. That is enjoyable. And this part, not so much. Personally. gonna bake a cake. After I get off live, I'm gonna bake a cake. I love making cakes. I'm gonna decorate it too. Do you want to see it when it's done? Because I'd do a YouTube short about it. If you wanted. You don't have to. But I want to make a pretty cake. I love pretty cakes. Hello. Finally, I'm not lonely. Bluebell, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do a live this weekend, but here we are, doing one early. I'm amazing, aren't I? That's sarcasm. By the way. Yes, you may. You can have a slice. I know. You leaving? Or is that one of the children?
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to
Kids draw? Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Air hug.
Okay. Air hug. Oh, you're coming down here? Okay.
Bye, Ada.
Bye.
Bye, Natalie. Bye, Nana.
Oh, no, he didn't come down. Anyway. Let us continue. When was the last time I was live? That's not important. How's life? I'm gonna try to be more energetic than I usually am. Because I'm actually feeling refreshed after a hospital visit. Funny enough. That's kind of ironic. Not ironic. That's not the right word. I mean, most people I know who go to the hospital feel down for days afterwards. 13 days. That's cool. I'm so good at this, oh my gosh. Not time management. Staying alive on the internet, aren't I? There we go, I'm not strange. Yeah. Alright. My first day back from the hospital was actually the worst night's sleep I've ever had, but then the night after was the best sleep I ever had. I kept waking up with the fear of spontaneously dying or my arm hurting from the IV. I passed out. So basically the story in shorter terms is I woke up Tuesday morning and incredibly late to school. Like an hour and a half late. Because my alarm went off apparently at some point. I must have turned it off and went to get up and get ready. I thought I did. But I woke up at 7 something and I was like, huh? I thought I already did this. So right off the bat I was confused. Which should have been the first red flag. And then I got up, still believed that Right. They told me it would hurt though, so we're good. I was prepared. Still thought I ate breakfast, so I was running on an empty stomach all day. Went to school for like half the day, so I came home because I went to the nurse at like 11. Went home, fell asleep until 1:30, got up. I was feeling absolutely terrible. Like something was not right. My heart was racing way too fast, and I felt like I was back to my Lyme and pneumonia days, where I would be woken up by my heart absolutely pounding. So that was moving too fast for a resting position. I went into my kitchen, I got a banana, ate one bite, like the tiniest little bite, threw it out, couldn't handle it. Now that I'm thinking clearly, I remember standing up and being like, okay, it is not okay to be up here alone. Like, something's going to happen. I'm either going to die or something else bad is going to happen to me. And I need somebody to be around when it does. But when I got to my stairs for the 3rd floor, I completely forgot what I was going up there for. My vision was already going out, like ears ringing, vision dark. I remember crawling up the stairs because I couldn't walk up the stairs. Got up there, still forgot what I was gonna ask my dad, like just to stay with me because something wasn't right. I ended up asking him for crackers instead. And then minutes later, I fall. I'm not really unconscious because my dad told me my eyes were open, but I looked like I had died. Like I was pale, cold, and green. What? He said my eyes went completely vacant and he literally thought he watched me die. And then I woke up on the floor, confused. And then my dad was like, hospital. I'm calling your mother and we're going to the hospital. I was like, what? What just happened? I'm still waking up. Wait. I forgot I was... I thought I was dying. Like, genuinely. I don't even know how to explain it. But then we were waiting for my grandfather to get there because they didn't want to bring my siblings because they knew it would be a pretty long time in the hospital. So we had to wait an hour and a half for him while my mom was pacing and my dad was pacing. Like, they didn't want to wait that long, but they had to. So I was still on the floor at that point because I refused to be moved. Ended up throwing up. And that was when they were like, okay, we're just gonna leave the children here. Your grandfather's probably like minutes away. We're going now. Yeah. The thing is, I was barely even sick. So we don't really know what happened. But it was like a spontaneous dehydration. Is how I would classify it. I had been drinking water all day, every day, and then suddenly I don't even know. Yeah, very sudden dehydration, and when we got into the hospital, they had to, like, link arms with me so that they knew if I passed out again, they could easily catch me. I was laid all the way back in the car. Like, the seat was, leaned back. No, but I got, tested for a lot of reasonable things. they asked about POTS. Pretty sure I don't have that. And they took tests for other things. I was in there for a pretty long time.